Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the podcast. To my right, I have Dustin, also known as King Stegawild. To my left, I have Stephanie, a.k.a. Steph on the pedal. That's what's up. Look at her YouTube if you're interested in gig economy or any ways to make money. Today, we are trying to dive into... We're all kind of in a good mood, so this might not work. I feel like typically us three are pretty moody individuals. But we have...
I can switch it.
We can switch it. So today we're going to be talking about a concept we've had in mind for a while, which is just super, super dark shit.
I thought you were going to say lamb chop.
Well, I wanted to... You were saying something about lamb chop. I want to start with lamb chop and see how dark we can take it.
Wow.
I actually already have an idea. Like, hit me.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I actually didn't have anything to say about lamb chop, so I don't really know.
No, you said the other day somebody was telling you something about lamb chop.
Yeah, that there's a more popular song than the one we all think is the popular song.
What
The
is
song
the
they
more
never
popular
heard.
song?
Well, I'm sorry, listeners, but I don't remember what the other song
Well,
is.
what's the song that's less popular?
This is the song that never ends. Yes, it goes on. And as Ashkan would say, royalty audit.
That's true. But here's the thing about that song. It ends.
Whoa.
Only if you stop singing it.
So you know what freaks me the F out? Infinity.
Yeah.
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 Really? Why?
It's just the creepiest thing in the world.
Like you want there to be an end?
Not necessarily, but think about no end of anything ever. Like, think about infinite possibilities.
Yeah.
Think about the fact that there could be another world in which everything is the same except the carpet is green. That's a possibility, because if you believe in infinity, that's probably happening right now at this moment.
That would be like a multiverse.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with infinity, does it?
Infinity means everything always in every direction. Meaning anything you could imagine exists, and beyond that, things also exist.
It's the idea that if you had enough rooms full of monkeys, eventually they would type out the entirety of Shakespeare.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's infinity.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
But infinity is a fact.
Yeah, but we don't really have to worry about that. Because we are finite.
Mm-hmm.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we finite?
Beginning and an ending.
Just darkness? Or nothingness?
That's it.
Oh,
Jesus.
you're turning this to a podcast about religion and afterlife.
What are your thoughts, Steph, on the pedal?
On death?
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Well, you're literally about to turn this podcast into something else.
Death is pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think death, then you have to think, okay, do you believe that something happens after death, or
What
do
if
you
you
just
don't?
die and you rot in the earth and worms eat you, or do you? Yes.
What do you think?
You want to know what I specifically think?
Sure.
I
Or what's your dark thought on it?
Oh, this is going to make
I don't.
someone mad.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like, how controversial can we be right now? I mean, I consider myself agnostic, so I mean, I think it's. I was raised Catholic. Like, I hope my dad doesn't watch this.
Mom's gonna look on the camera.
I think that it's safe to believe that something happens after, or that you should behave in a certain way so that if there is like a heaven or whatever.
What if we're all just fooling ourselves so we don't go crazy with the idea that we will no longer cease to exist?
Well, yeah, and that's a complete possibility.
But that sounds contradictory to what you started out saying, which is you fear infinity. So you should find comfort in the idea that there's nothing after, right?
Because something after would be infinite.
Would be infinity.
Yeah.
Exactly. So either way, I'm fucked. Because either way, I'm gonna die and that's it, or I'm gonna go on for infinity.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Win-win.
Both options freak me the f out.
But I think
honestly,
I imagine that you don't really have a concept of time after death if there
Correct.
is an afterlife.
correct.
So I don't think it would feel
That's true.
infinite. I think it would feel.
Oh, that's interesting.
There was this. Do you know Shirley Temple?
Yeah, I drink them all the time.
No, the little girl actress.
Oh yeah.
And they made all those movies. She was like a huge star. There was one where she was in heaven. She was like a little angel, and she decided to be a human again. She's like, I'm gonna go back. She just got to pick. She was like, I'm gonna go back. It's
Yeah.
time.
Weird.
And I think the rest of the movie was about her like growing into the same age Shirley Temple angel.
You're alive, children, aren't you? Of course we're alive. Aren't you? Oh, no. Not yet. We're waiting to be born. How funny or dread. I was thinking the same about you. It's all very confusing, but I suppose we'll understand it when we're born. Why don't you get born? Oh, we will, but we have to wait our turn. I'll be born in 3 years. I'm going to be born to a throne. Is it nice on Earth? Oh, yes, it's all right.
Yeah, so I brought up a dark podcast, and Dustin brings up Shirley Temple and Lamb Chop. You're really good at this.
I thought this is what I thought that's what I signed up for.
You're so
What's
dark.
next? The Powerpuff Girls?
All I did was take over. It was easy. Why'd you leave us, Powerpuff Girls? Why?
Jeez, Louise.
I remember that scene in.
Are you afraid to die?
I used to, when I was younger, like in my 20s, I was so at peace with death. I was so, I was fearless. I was like, I'm going to die. It's all right. I kind of look forward to it. In my 30s, I'm terrified of dying.
Yeah. Why? Why do you think you're terrified of dying?
Because I'm like, what's the point of anything if I'm just going to die and it's over? What's the point of any of this bullshit if it's so just a blip?
What do you think, Dustin?
Beginning. End.
No middle.
Eh,
Sell some t-shirts.
stuff happens, and then I don't know. Sometimes I like to think about the big motocross in the sky, but
Yeah, but are you afraid to die? It doesn't matter
yeah.
what you believe happens after.
yeah, what you were saying about in your 20s and being fearless, I think it's because your heart works really well and your lungs are inflating the way they should,
Yeah.
and your muscles and your bones don't make noises.
Yeah.
And then the more those things start to happen and you start to get closer to that
You're
day.
like, I feel myself dying.
Yeah.
My body is dying, whether or not I want it to.
Yeah.
You've begun the dying process, as Bill Burr would say.
Yeah.
You?
I am afraid that I will not achieve everything that I would like to in my lifetime. So I don't know at what. I'm hoping there will be some point in time where I feel like I've accomplished everything that I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if that will ever be possible. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like there will always be something else. And like, that's probably, I don't know, something personal that I need to work on. But I mean, yeah, right now, if I died tomorrow, like, I feel like I would have so many regrets.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I have another
We'll go to
battery.
that camera. We'll just shoot that
Are
camera.
you sure?
Yeah,
We could just
fine.
pause for like a second.
No, we
I
got
can grab a
multiple
battery.
angles in the beginning and then just no more angles.
It's like
later.
right downstairs.
Everything dies, including that camera angle. So now we just have this camera angle.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's scary as fuck? Losing your mind. Like Alzheimer's.
Ooh, yeah, that's like scarier than dying.
Mm-hmm. Like that movie, A Beautiful Mind. Did
Never
you see that
seen it.
movie?
Yes. I saw it. But
What happens? Spoiler alert. What
No,
happens at the end?
no,
I
we
wanna
don't-
know. I'm
we
not
don't
gonna
have to
watch
talk
it.
about
I'm not
movies.
gonna watch it. What happens at the end of Beautiful Mind?
He's like a code breaker. He works for the government code breaker, but then he loses his mind and starts finding codes and things that are nonsense. Like he's going through newspapers going, there's codes here, there's people talking.
So at first the codes he was breaking actually made sense and were helping the government, and then towards the end he's just going insane.
Yeah, and they're like,
fuck, what a movie. That's the dopest movie I've ever heard about. I love getting the 30-second movie. Like I got something out of that.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't need to see the whole movie to get that punchline.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I distilled it into enough of
it. Would have had more effect if I sat down for 3 hours, but I got 80% of the effect, and it only took 30 seconds.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Beautiful mind.
Beautiful mind.
Shit. We'll cut this in to the beginning.
You like that really depressing movie that you keep trying to get me to watch?
I like a lot of really depressing movies.
What's that one?
It's kind of my jam.
Yeah. A lot of rape.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have a knack for seeking out
rape movies.
Rape movies. Like, not intentional, but there's...
Do you listen to like crime podcasts or things like that?
I've tried to get into it. I feel like it's something I should like, but not really. I mean, I do seek out some like dark stuff sometimes, but mainly YouTube format. I think podcasts are just too long for me sometimes.
Yeah. It was recently illuminated to me why everybody doesn't listen to all the podcasts in the world like I do. And it's most people aren't doing jobs that are like painting or printing.
Yeah.
Some people actually have to use their brains for their jobs.
Well, that's the beauty of podcasting and why it's taken off the last few years is because you could do it while you passively.
Well, that's what I mean. I've been able to listen to them all while I was working because my
Cleaning
work doesn't
your-
require me
Yeah.
to like read anything.
Right.
You listen to like a wide range of different genres.
All of them, yeah. But I was asking you about crime podcasts because I used to listen to all of them, and recently I can't get back into it. Like now I'll put one on and I'm like, it's done.
Just bored.
Not into it.
No, like not grossed out, but like I don't want to hear about some bad shit right now.
Oh, just the negativity gets to
I
you.
think that's what it is, yeah.
It's weird. Like I am like always up for some super dark, depressing stuff. I don't know why.
Does it affect you? Does it affect your mood, or are you just cool? After watching like a negative movie, are you fine? Do you feel it heavy on you?
I definitely feel it. Yeah, I definitely feel it. I think it's like the range of emotion or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Have you ever like heard about some horrific video and then wanted to watch it, or do you like avoid that? Like if you're like, okay, there's this video where this guy is getting effed in the butt by a horse. Like, do you go look for that video, or do you?
Definitely. And Chance, you did really good in that video. Seriously, who would have thought? I saw the horse's member and I thought there's no way, but you just took it like a champ.
Wow.
Like,
No, I think we all have that proclivity to like see some shit like that.
No.
do we? Because I don't think everybody does. I think
No,
a lot of people.
I don't watch that shit.
A lot of people will avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like, we see a lot of deaths.
No,
You
we
know?
don't. I mean, not really.
We see a lot.
What?
I've seen at least 10 deaths on YouTube.
Wow.
Well, you haven't seen 10 deaths on YouTube because they don't show that kind of stuff on YouTube.
Shit.
What are you talking about? You haven't seen 10 deaths
The
on
underground YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird just like being desensitized to that stuff to an extent. I guarantee I've seen minimum 10 deaths on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. But then again, everyone dies, so who cares?
Did you ever watch
Unsubscribe.
2 Girls, 1 Cup?
5 seconds of it. I could not watch that. Dust?
Yeah, I saw that one.
The whole thing? Seriously? How?
It's like you almost had to watch it
Did
because
you get through the whole thing?
yeah.
I could.
Awful.
I put it on my life. I could not. I tried to get past the first 5 seconds and I couldn't.
I feel like
It
I
was
just forgot
disgusting.
about that video.
Sorry.
I feel like throwing up just,
You're welcome.
It took like a decade.
where are those girls now?
Dead.
From COVID. I'm pretty sure that's what started coronavirus.
Oh my god.
It's just been milling around ever since 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I wonder, how does that video even come about? Like,
Yeah.
you know what? Maybe that video was darker than we even thought. Like, maybe they were trafficked or something.
Oh,
my
probably.
God.
I mean,
You know
that
what
was
I'm
like the
saying?
Wild West of the internet, so there was a lot of questionable shit like that.
Right.
No, but like, who comes up with that concept of it?
Yeah, but like, what woman willingly does something like that? Unless they're either being forced against
they
their
were
will
girls.
or making girls. They were girls. Unless they're being forced against their will or maybe making a lot of money by
Like
doing it.
copious amounts of money.
Because
or they're turned on by it.
who the fuck is turned on by that? There's no way. Do you know how disgusting that would be? And honestly, maybe
my
it was
God.
fake.
I vaguely remember
It's
there
not
being
fake.
like an interview with them about that video.
Really?
I'd watch that.
Okay, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Next episode.
Yeah. We're going to do a 2 Girls 1 Cup episode.
The whole episode?
Let's try to recreate it.
Let's open with lamb chop, and then we'll talk about 2 Girls 1 Cup for the whole episode.
So weird.
It's the weirdest thing in the world. 2 Girls 1 Cup.
Do you ever get nervous, like, if you're in a place or maybe this is not a man thing, but I don't know. Do you ever feel like you start walking a little faster if you're in like a dark alley or like, do you ever, I don't know, sometimes I get scared of the dark at night. I like have to like run and jump to my bed and be like, something's going to get me. I don't know. Like, I like scaring myself, I think is what it is.
Oh.
I like feeling scared.
I once heard the devil talking to me in these bushes. I was like, I parked my car, and something was telling me to go to the bushes. And I was like, what's calling me to the bushes? I was like, oh, it's the devil. He wants me to go to the bushes to see what he has to say. But I didn't go. But in my head, I was like, but he's calling me so loudly. That sounds crazy.
So,
What do you say?
So like you could have gone like in a different.
Like it
in
would've
another
changed my
universe, you
entire
did go.
trajectory. Like it would have changed my entire life trajectory.
Yeah.
If you went to the
Like there
bushes.
was it wasn't like words, but there was like a spiritual message for me in those bushes. And if I went there,
Yeah.
like I felt it. But I was probably just young and weird.
Could be. Have I ever
I think I had one too many like Gusher that night.
Smirnoff Ice? Oh.
Smirnoff Ice.
Have I ever told my ghost story?
I don't believe in ghosts. Let's hear it.
Okay. So we were staying in this giant house out in the woods in, I think it's called Goldner. And it's like on the top of this hill. And the owner is a pretty wealthy guy. And he used to tell us, he had this house built. And he used to tell us it's built on an Indian burial ground. And we're always like, yeah, okay, dude.
Yeah.
So there were stories that the construction workers kept having, like, they would put the stairs in, and all of it would be nailed in fine, and then all of a sudden they'd be going down the steps, and a nail would be, like, completely stuck out, and it'd trip them, and they'd fall down the steps. Like, weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, we were like, yeah, okay, sure.
Right.
So anyway, we were house sitting for him one night and watching his dog. And we're sitting there, and it's a completely empty house because it's not finished being built. So it's not furnished or anything. There's like one couch, one TV. And it's completely pitch black, like middle of the night. And you hear this, we heard this like footstep noise, but more like a tap. But you could hear it progressively around the room. Like it wasn't like a creak over here or a tap over there. It was like step, 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 and just in like general spots around us. And of course we were both like, whatever, it's a new house, maybe it's got weird. So finally I think we got freaked out enough that we're like, all right, let's just go to sleep, call this day a wash, and we'll start again tomorrow. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay in the bedroom. I'll sleep on the floor, you can take the bed. We go into the bedroom. As soon as we shut the door, the tapping followed us in there, and it's progressively moving on the other side of the room. So I walk over to the side away from the door where the step away from the stepping is. And as I made a move to go over here, the stepping went across the bed and to the door. Now we're freaked the fuck out. Now it's full on, unexplainable, no idea what's going on, and the dog is nowhere to be found. We don't even know where the dog is. So we're trying to get the door open, and now the door is stuck. The door is stuck.
Really?
I don't know if you caught that part.
That's okay.
So we're frantically trying to get the door open, and the door finally just lets loose. We haul ass out of the house, leave all the lights on and shit. We didn't lock
Left
anything.
the house.
We got in the car. We got the dog in the car, and we hauled ass down the hill, and we never went back to that house again.
That's pretty good.
Dude, it was terrifying.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
awesome.
And I didn't believe in ghosts.
Mm.
And I still don't know if I believe in ghosts, but that happened. That really happened.
Jesus.
That's my ghost story.
I don't have a ghost story, but
Oh.
I've tried to seek out ghosts before.
Mm.
I mean, I've definitely had my fair share of a Ouija board and
Oh, gosh.
going to cemeteries at night and poking
Nothing.
around in old cemeteries. I don't know, walking to like around abandoned areas and just weird stuff. But
No
Never
demons.
found anything.
No
no,
demons whispering from the bushes.
no demons.
So, what was the name of the city that thing was in?
Goldner, Colorado.
Not supposed to go in there.
Wow.
Not supposed to go in there.
Wow.
That's a good one. I like it.
It's really not bad.
What about scary movies? Do you like scary movies?
Nah.
No.
No.
Not at all.
No,
No.
they're never really scary. I think I always see too much of like the production
Yeah.
in it. I could never get into the.
Yeah.
Well, I think when people say scary movie, like you automatically think of like a slasher or something. But have you ever seen Pan's Labyrinth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you like that movie?
I
Not
like
the
the
labyrinth.
creature thing with
Okay,
the eyes
yeah.
on his hand. Yeah.
See, to me, that's a scary movie. It's like a
Yeah.
fantasy horror or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think
I love
too
that
much
movie.
about how they made
Okay.
that creature, like what went into making the costume.
Oh,
I can't get lost in it.
I
like,
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? That's. I mean, that's just because of what you do for work, then probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, what are there certain movies that you can watch and not analyze every single aspect of the movie?
I don't know, maybe comedies.
Comedies, probably, yeah. That's what I was
Um,
gonna say.
See,
Yeah.
that's my least favorite genre.
Yeah.
It takes a lot for me to like a comedy.
I like ones that like really they know that they're in on the joke. Like they're not trying to tell some serious, like I would say Road Trip is not one I would enjoy because it's like they're trying to tell a story, like there's an arc for the characters. I like the ones that kind of just meander and like don't really
Go anywhere.
yeah. Or they
Yeah.
do, but they're not. It's not taken seriously. Like you might a couple days later go, "What happened to that?"
You like that movie with the dude? What is that one called? Like you like movies
Lebowski?
like that? Yeah, you like movies like that.
Big Lebowski
Yeah,
is great.
that's good. Yeah.
No, you think
That
you
is-
similar to my brother's
that's
taste
a
in
good movie.
comedies
Yeah, yeah.
where it's just kind of shit that happens.
Yeah.
Like Bottle Rocket.
Yeah, that one's good too. Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
We commit your final mortal remains to the bosom of the Pacific Ocean, which you love so well. Good night, sweet prince. Oh shit, dude, I'm sorry.
You guys want to see something really dark? I think you guys would like this.
2 Girls, 1 Cup. Fire. Oh,
Darkwing Duck, Darkwing Duck. Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck.
I can't remember a single Darkwing Duck episode or cartoon or whatever the heck.
Tailspin.
yeah, me either. I just keep
Rescue
seeing.
Rangers?
I just keep
I've
seeing
seen
him
it.
diving into coins. But
I just
that's
can't
not the right
remember
one.
it. I've definitely
not
seen
the right
Rescue
one.
Rangers.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching the podcast. This has been so dark. You're gonna have nightmares about lamb chop, Darkwing Duck, a kitten sitting gently next to me, a beautiful plant,
In Goldner.
and Goldner. Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Later.